from my winter hell. I've got candles and candy, I can be your daddy if you only let me creep into your prison cell. Hey baby, can you tell I'm not a criminal? Your choice is seminal. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true. Speak low, stand in your row, try not to show this life's a show. Try not to glow way down below. Oh, it's a lot of woe, and that's not a place where you would like to go. I've got cigarettes and brandy, which could come in handy if you just help me loosen up my hand grenades fuse. Baby, don't refuse my truth, but it's up to you now to choose. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true, 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 true,
Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. I am so sorry that I was late. I was editing and not paying attention to the time. I am so sorry. I apologize. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We're going to get started right now with, I don't even know why I did that. Yesterday, I wanted to finish this with you guys because we didn't finish it yesterday. Y'all, I was like, I'm just going to chill out. That was a mistake. Let me tell you what happened. I fell asleep until 7 o'clock last night and then proceeded to go to bed at 9. I was exhausted, but I'm good now. I slept all the way until 5 o'clock this morning. I've been working diligently on the Patreon episode for the second episode of West Memphis 3 that you can catch on the second channel. This one's going to be a good one. If you have questions about John Mark Byers, that is what that's the Patreon episode. We're going to talk about all the things. Okay. All right. So let's get started right now and watch what we missed yesterday afternoon. All right, here we go.
Have a seat, folks. Thank you.
Shall we?
Please have a seat. Mr. Burmester, the state's next witness.
State calls Allison Christensen.
Ms. Christensen, would you step in front of Brittany? We'll get you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Please have a seat.
Also, I'm
Can
going
you
to put
state your
this.
full name and then spell both your first.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to put this at 1.25. It doesn't actually sound any speedier, but I do want to get into today, and I don't want to keep you guys, for 7 years. So I'm going to turn that up just a little, or speed it up just a little bit. Let me know if it's too fast. Thankfully, we have the closed captions because we know the audio is caca. All right, here we go.
First and last name.
Allison Christensen, Allysson, Christensen.
Now, I know that you brought into the courtroom your own bottle of water and some cough drops.
Yeah, I'm just getting over a cold and have lost my voice over the weekend, so I'm just hoping my voice will hang with us today.
Okay, excellent. I'm rooting for you. Okay, so are you employed, Ms. Christensen?
I am.
How are you employed?
I work for the Statewide Information and Analysis Center, housed under the Department of Public Safety.
Did you work for them in 2022?
No, in 2022 I was working for the Office of the Medical Examiner.
Okay. What were your duties and responsibilities at the, or let me rephrase that. What was your capacity did you serve OME?
I was an autopsy assistant and an autopsy technician supervisor.
I see. And so what are the duties and responsibilities, very briefly, of that position?
The autopsy assistant is there to assist the doctor in a variety of ways with removing organs during autopsy, taking notes, photographs, or handling toxicology.
Okay. And on March 5th of 2022, were you serving in that capacity and on duty that day?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Do you know what role you were? My understanding is that's a rotating role.
Yes.
Do you know what you were doing on that particular day?
That day I was assigned to handle the toxicology samples.
So what does that mean? You were handling the toxicology?
So all of the samples are collected during the autopsy, and then my role would be to get them ready and prepared to be sent to their various labs for testing.
I see. Okay. So in this particular case on March 5th, did you receive some samples from Dr. Omer?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. What did you receive?
I can't recall directly. It's been a few years.
Okay. Do you remember? Now, let me just give this to you.
Give her report, bro. I don't know why we don't start this way.
No.
She's not going to be able to remember. She doesn't work there anymore, and it's been like 11 billion years. Do you know how many cases these guys handle
Do you
every day?
recognize, just for the record, what those items are?
Yes, these are our toxicology requisition forms that we use, and it looks like the samples, the toxicology forms for the samples that were collected that day.
Okay. Does that then help you remember what it was you were working on that day?
Yes.
Okay. What was the name of the body from which the samples came?
It says Eric Eugene Richins.
Okay. And so, what was requested by the doctor?
Can you clarify?
What sort of tests
for the testing?
What did you have to prepare?
So testing that was requested, it looks like there was samples to be sent to NMS for testing. There was one sample that was sent to our state lab for different testing. There were some histology tests requested, and then it looks like some cultures that are also done at the state microbiology lab.
Okay. So I'd like to focus in on the NMS sample.
Sure.
What did you receive to send out?
So I would have received the samples after they were collected at autopsy. They're placed into a fridge. So I would have gotten the paper, just like the one that you handed me, and would have used that to submit the test request through NMS.
Okay. Do you know what samples you received, what they were?
On the form it says that there were 3 tubes of IVC blood, which is inferior vena cava,
Okay.
2 tubes of vitreous fluid, which is the fluid from the eye, 1 tube of urine, 1 container of gastric fluid, and 1 container of liver sample.
Okay. Now, was there an indication to do something special with one of those 3 blood tubes?
Yeah, it says on the third blood tube that the doctor requested that it be held in our freezer at the OME for possible future testing.
And is there these tubes that they're collecting in? Is there something, are they just blank test tubes, or are they prepared with anything?
No, they're prepared with things. So there are 2 gray tops, and a gray top, it's a vacuum sealed container. It's just like when you get your blood tested in a hospital. That gray top indicates that there's something inside the tube to prevent the blood from clotting. Okay. The other tubes, it looks like they were red tops, which means there's nothing inside of those, so they're still vacuum containers, but there's no additive inside. And then the gastric and liver samples are in, it looks like a cup. So that would have just been a small plastic container.
With no preservatives?
With no preservatives, correct.
Okay. So you have those 6 samples that you're going to send out, 1 you're preserving.
Sorry, correction, 7.
Yeah, 6 that you're going to send out, 1 in addition that's going to go
Yes,
away.
sorry.
Or stay, rather.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So how do you package those up, and what's the process?
Okay, we don't need
for
to
NMS
hear all
in particular,
this.
the process would be I would take
We don't need to hear all this. Hold on. What's...
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains?
I mean, they're just getting it. They're just laying the foundation that things were preserved, that they were collected. This is done at the medical examiner's office. And, you know, I have to say, I was thinking about this yesterday while I was listening. And, you know, it's usually my policy, right, to I think because my mom was a histologist, which means she worked with pathologists, and some of those pathologists were forensic pathologists who did perform autopsies because it was the county hospital. It's my policy usually to trust the medical examiner. And there's only one case, and you guys know what it is. It's the case, the West Memphis 3, where I've ever read over an autopsy report and been like, what? This doesn't look right. This doesn't sound right. But typically I go with what the medical examiner, the forensic pathologists, they're usually accurate. Their work is immaculate. Yeah. But also the pathologists that I am familiar with, like on a personal level, but then also the pathologists that have testified in 99.9% of the trials that I watched have also sat for their boards and passed. Dr. Peretti did not. So there's that. All right, here we go. Just a little side note.
And penalties of perjury. Thank you. Have a seat.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
If you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
Chelsea Gibson, GIP as in Papa, SON.
Move that microphone a little bit closer to you. Just pull it forward. Yeah.
Better?
Better.
Now, this is the testimony that I really wanted to go over with you guys because I think it's important. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that they finished with her yesterday. They might have. I might be wrong. But this is the one that I wanted to watch. All right, with you guys. All right, here we go. So if you've already watched this, I appreciate you chilling with me and watching it for a second time. I do. All right, here we go.
Thank you. Where do you work?
Summit County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked there?
Total about 7 years.
What is your current assignment?
A lead crime scene investigation technician.
And how long have you been doing that?
About 4.5 years.
What did you do before you were the lead crime scene technician?
I was dispatching for the county. And while dispatching for the county, I would do part-time as helping out with the evidence room and crime scenes.
So as a lead crime scene technician, what are your main responsibilities?
To oversee the evidence room and respond to crime scenes, to document, analyze, collect, and process evidence.
Do you have any type of training to perform that responsibility?
Yes.
Describe that for the jury.
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Forensic Science with a minor in Criminal Justice. I am a certified crime scene analyst through the International Association of Identification. I have over 700 hours of training in crime scenes, death investigations, and digital evidence, as well as being Celebrate certified as a operator and physical analyzer.
Thank you. Were you on duty on March 4th of 2022?
Yes.
And were you called out to a scene at 282 Willow Court?
Yes, I was.
Scott, if we could have Exhibit 1-1, and you can put it up for the jury. It's been admitted. Is this the scene that you responded to?
Yes.
Approximately when did you arrive?
Approximately 6:30 in the morning.
Who else was there when you got to the scene?
Family members and law enforcement officers, I believe Detective Woody, OME Sessions, and Deputy Orgel were on scene.
What was taking place when you arrived?
OME Sessions was finishing up with her investigation of Kouri Richins.
When you got there, what, in general, we'll get to the specifics, but in general, what was your primary focus when you got on scene?
To document the scene and assist Detective Woody in looking for anything that could have explained Kouri Richins' death.
I want to begin by talking about the crime scene generally. Was a 3D scan completed of that home?
Yes, it was.
What is that called?
We utilize what's called a Matterport. It's a camera that takes a three-dimensional scan of the inside of the residence that allows the user to remotely or virtually go into the scene at a later time. It also takes measurements during the scan.
Did you create one of these 3D scans for the home at 282 Willow Court?
Yes.
When was that scan completed?
I believe it was May 8th of 2023.
So not the night you arrived, but sometime later.
Correct.
How, functionally, how does it work when you're creating the scan?
Essentially, it's a large computer that takes a three-dimensional photo. It's placed on a tripod, and you scan in different areas of the home. Typically, you want to keep about 5 to 7 feet from the previous scan. The program will then let you know if your next scan is too far, and it'll have you rescan at a closer point so they can be spliced together. And then it's uploaded onto the Matterport that then creates a three-dimensional view of the scene itself.
And you did that for the scene in this case?
Yes, it did.
Scott, if you could show the witness exhibit 1-15D, like Delta 6. Let's pause it. I don't want it to play yet. I'm going to stand over here so that I can see what's on the screen too, for now. Do you recognize what's on your screen?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a video documentation of the Matterport that shows a walkthrough.
And this is the scan that you just talked about completing?
Correct.
I'm going to move to admit 1-15D6. No objection.
States 1-15 Delta 6 is admitted.
If we could publish that, please.
Sure. Brittany, this one only exists electronically, if you can make a note of that. Oh, wait a minute. I announced it incorrectly. Can you give me the number one more time? I should clear this up.
1-15D6.
One second. That is not the number that's listed for a 3D scan.
This might be the updated one for third.
Uh-oh, we have some clerical discrepancy.
Here, take a look here. This is why we're confused.
Once they play it, if they play it, I will put
Is
it
that-
on
is
full
that
screen
fine?
because I think I want us to watch it.
Okay. Okay.
And I want you guys to be able
If
to
you say
see
so.
all the things. And also my
reference to search
nosy ass
warrants is
needs to
something
see
else.
all the things as well. So
That description,
there's that.
the description is on.
No problem. Got it. 1-15D6, a 3D scan from Matterport, correct?
Correct.
Admitted. And publish now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I believe it's up there already.
My apologies. Keep going.
And so, Ms. Gibson, Scott, you can go ahead and play the video or the scan, I guess.
All right, hang on. Let me make it bigger. I don't like that. I don't like that either. Hold on, let me figure out this layout. Oh, I know what to do. What are you doing, Bindi? There you go. Got it. Now you should still be able to hear me. We'll rewind a couple seconds. That way,
As we're walking through,
all right, there we go.
Scott, you can go ahead and play the video or the scan, I guess. As we're walking through, if you could just describe what we're seeing.
So we're passing a couple of the kids' bedrooms. I believe this is Ashton's, and then it shows into Weston's room. And as the scan turns, you could see the shared bathroom, and it'll take you into the master bedroom. And from the master bedroom, it's going to move into the master bathroom.
I would just like to point out that I know that those sliding doors are really popular, but I don't care for them on the bathroom because
it'll show
I
the
need
master
to be able
closet
to
as well.
shut the whole door. That's just me.
And now we're going back through the master bedroom, through the main hallway of the home.
And that's our front door there to the right where you enter.
Yes, to the right's front door, and then Carter's room right in front. And then there's a set of stairs that leads to the attic, and then to the left is the living room.
An interesting layout.
And now the living room is connected to the dining area and the kitchen.
We see a black case on the countertop there. Was that your equipment?
Yeah, that's what the Matterport was in.
And where are we headed now?
This is the mudroom hallway, connects to the kitchen, and then the laundry room and a half bathroom to the right. And then the attached garages to the left.
So turning your attention back to March 4th of 2022, what specifically were you doing on scene when you got there?
I was there to assist Detective Woody in documenting the scene as well as collecting any items of importance.
When you say documenting the scene, how do you do that?
It's a lot of photographs and taking notes.
As you were doing those things, did you see anything out in the open that might explain the death of Eric Richins?
There wasn't any obvious signs when I arrived on scene.
Did you see any THC gummies?
No.
Did you see any drug paraphernalia?
No.
We've asked a couple other witnesses about drug paraphernalia, but I don't know if any of them have described what it is. Why don't you tell the jury, what are we referring to when we say drug paraphernalia?
A simplified version, it's anything that is an item or a piece of equipment that can be used to consume or conceal illicit drugs. It's typically known as pipes, bongs, needles, can be concealed in little baggies.
So you mentioned that you took some photographs. I want to turn your attention to the master bedroom. Did you take some photographs in that room?
Yes, I did.
Scott, if you could show the witness exhibit 1-10 and 1-11. Do you recognize these?
Yes.
What are they?
Overall photographs I took of inside the master bedroom.
Fair and accurate depictions of those rooms on that day?
Yes.
I'll move to admit 1-10.
110 and 111 are admitted. Do you want to publish?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Did you also take a photograph of a nightstand in that bedroom?
Yes, I did.
I think we've already admitted this exhibit, so if we could put up 1-9. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
And this is another photograph that you took?
Correct.
Now we see a safe there. Did you later look in that safe?
Yes, later on that day, yes.
What was located in that safe?
Inside the safe were a couple of firearms, a large amount of cash, I believe some ammunition, I believe an empty checkbook, and some handwritten documents.
All right. As you were in the bedroom, was Mr. Eric Richins was his body still there?
Yes.
And did you document that as well?
Yes, I did.
If we could see exhibit 1-7, please, for the witness.
Now, you know, obviously, I don't think
Do you
they're going to
recognize
show
this?
this to
Yes.
us.
What is it?
It's an overall photograph I took of inside the master bedroom, showing where the deceased was located when I arrived.
Fair and accurate representation of the scene on that day?
Yes.
I'll move to admit 1-7.
No objection.
And publish, please.
1-7 is admitted.
And so this is where Eric Richins was when you arrived.
Correct.
Did you look through the bedroom, or did you look around the bedroom to see if there's anything that was significant that might have caused his death?
I looked around the bedroom a little bit, yes.
Did you find anything that stood out to you that may have caused the death of Eric Richins?
Nothing that could have caused his death, no.
Now I want to talk about the bathroom that's attached to the master bedroom and the closet. If we could have exhibit 1-12 and 1-13, please, for the witness.
And they've panned over to
Are they up
Corey
for you? Okay. Do you recognize
and
those?
nothing. Look at her.
Are
I
those
don't
photos that you
understand.
took?
Yes.
Fair and accurate representations of the scene that day.
Yes.
Move to admit 1-12 and 1-11 or 1-13. Excuse
No
me.
objection.
1-12 and 1-13 are admitted.
And,
I mean, I can be detached when it has nothing
so
to
again,
do with me.
did you look through the master bathroom and the master closet?
I looked through the master bathroom.
Okay. Any THC gummies found in there?
No.
Any paraphernalia found?
No.
What about, I should have asked you these questions for the bedroom too. Did you see any THC gummies in the bedroom?
No.
Any drug paraphernalia?
No.
Okay, let's move to the kitchen. Did you yourself look through the kitchen?
I did not know.
Are you aware if anyone else did?
I'm unsure who looked in the kitchen.
If something of significance would have been found in the kitchen, would you have been notified?
Yes.
Speculation.
Would you rephrase sustained?
Sure. As other people were around the house, what would the protocol have been if an item of significance had been located?
If an item of significance is located, I would have been notified to photograph and document.
Did you do that with anything in the kitchen?
No.
What else did you do on March 4th?
I collected a few items on scene and that were transported to the sheriff's office.
What were those items?
Medications in Eric Richins' names, and there's a sheet underneath the bed that was kind of balled up.
Approximately what time did you leave the scene at Willow Court?
Approximately 8:29 in the morning.
Who did you leave with?
Myself, Detective Woody, OME Sessions, and Orgel, we all left at the same time.
And to your knowledge, when you left the scene, were there any other law enforcement officials still there?
No, there were not.
You were the last ones to leave.
Correct.
A sheet balled under the
To
bed.
your
What's
knowledge,
up
were
with
there other
that?
searches made at the 282 Willow Court home?
Yes.
And were those searches subsequent to March 4th, were they different than what you did on March 4th?
Yes.
How were they different?
With a search warrant, we have more reason to search the home itself. So it's a more extensive search of the actual home itself. We're looking for specific items pursuant to the search warrant. So typically we're looking in cupboards, cabinets, drawers, inside closets, inside boxes, inside pockets.
And so compare
They snooping. Hey, Marshall Dove. I hope you're doing okay. Hooked to an IV, poor thing. Good to see you, babe. Yeah, they're looking for all the things. So there you go.
that what you're describing with a search warrant search to what you did on March 4th. How is that different?
March 4th, we didn't have too much information to go off of on what we were looking for specifically. So we weren't looking through every drawer, everything. It was more so to the naked eye.
So talking about when a search warrant is performed, how many times have you been part of searching a home or something else for a search warrant?
I responded to the home on Willow Court 8 times.
And what about in general as a crime scene technician? How many times have you assisted investigators in executing a search warrant?
I don't know about including search warrants, but overall including search warrants and crime scenes, over 100.
So when a search warrant is executed, are different officials on scene given different assignments?
Yes.
How are those assignments made?
Typically it's the sergeant over investigations or lady detective, and sometimes the crime scene will assist.
What are the different assignments that are made for the personnel on scene during a search warrant?
We give them names such as searcher, finder, photographer, and a scribe.
And describe for the jury what each of those assignments mean, what those people would do.
As they're given assignments, it's also we work hand in hand, so they kind of commingle, but for the most part, a searcher is kind of self-explanatory. You search a specific area that you're given or a room, and then the finder kind of assists the searcher in searching, but is also able to leave that area and go notify the photographer, who then comes and documents the item, where the item was located. And then the photographer then takes additional photographs of the item. They're called mid-range and close-up photos. It's just to show more of directionality of where the item was located. And then the scribe is typically in a common area or more of a central location where the items can be moved to, and they document onto a property seizure form on any item that's collected, where it was collected, and by whom it was collected.
Is it possible that someone on scene could have more than one assignment?
Yes.
Those things could overlap. One person could do multiple things?
Yes.
I want to turn your attention to April 13th of 2022. Were you present for a search of the Willow Court home on that date?
Yes, I was.
And similar to what you've just described, were assignments made to different personnel that were on scene?
Yes.
And what was your role on April 13th?
To photograph and assistance searching.
And to your knowledge, what areas of that scene were to be searched on that day?
The entirety of the home, including the attached garage as well as the detached garage and shop.
And when you say search, describe for the jury how someone goes about searching each of those rooms.
Room assignments are made, so we number the room numbers. That way it's a little bit easier to kind of keep track of who's searching where. It also helps with keeping track of which item was found in which room. And then people are given their room numbers and they start searching that area.
So talking about April 13th of 2022, let's first talk about the master bedroom. Were there any items of significance located in that room?
Yes.
Scott, if we could put up Exhibit 1-15D, like Delta 4. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a Matterport video showing the items of importance that were located on the April 22 search.
So is this scan, explain how it's different from that overall scan that we saw previously.
So this one's showing what they're called are tags. So you're able to tag the area, and it'll help depict where the item was located, like give you a visual of where it was.
And are you the person who placed the tags on this particular video?
Yes.
And how were you able to do that? Not technologically, but how do you know where to place the tags?
Because it was documented on where the items were located as well as photographed.
And so that's where you put the tags on this scan?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to move to admit 1-15D4.
No objection.
States 1-15 Delta 4 is admitted.
If we could publish that, please. So again, describe for the jury, we're seeing the same scan, right? But you've added some information.
Correct.
So I think we were talking, Scott, you can play the scan. I think you were talking about the master bedroom. So we'll wait till our scan takes us back to the master bedroom. And if we could pause it there, please. So if you can use our magic pointer there, and on your screen, it should let you point out what item of significance was located in this room. You might have to aim it at Scott's computer. He's got the receiver.
That was working for a moment. It's a very small cursor.
It's not coming up.
It might not work. It's too far away.
It vibrated. I don't know if that helps.
Well, why don't we
Oh,
look
wait.
at, that's okay. We can talk about what we're looking at here without the clicker, even though I wanted to use the clicker. So describe for the jury what we see on the scan that was different from before.
There's a yellow dot that's kind of pointing towards the nightstand.
And what item was located there?
A green iPhone.
Okay. Now you've got a box of
Hey, y'all
items
coming
beside
in?
you. If you could please
Good to
grab
see
item
you.
9-5, or exhibit 9-5,
Thanks for being here.
and go ahead and open that up.
open it.
Well, before you open it, why don't we do it this way? Do you know what this item is?
Yes,
What is it?
it is the green iPhone that was collected that night.
And is that item in your hands now in the same or substantially the same condition as when it was located on that day?
Yes.
I'm going to move to admit Exhibit 9-5. Yeah, no objection. Go ahead and open it up.
All right, if you guys are just joining us, I just want to update you. What we're watching right now actually took place yesterday afternoon. You guys know I had to dip early. I was exhausted. I appreciate your understanding during that trying time, because if I had not have got off, I was going to be snoring into the mic, and ain't nobody want that. So we're watching what we missed from yesterday. I've sped it up a little bit, and then when this is over, we'll catch up with today's testimony. And this will work better because then we can skip through the breaks of today, including lunch, which lunch tends to be a little bit long. Oh, Kelly, thank you so much. Kelly sent a super sticker, or a super chat, excuse me, that says, Mrs. Matthews insisted on buying cousin Alice and Mac dinner. Oh, well, they appreciate that very, very much. Thank you very much. That was very generous, Mrs. Matthews. Mac and Alice, thank you as well. You know, Mac is one of the is the type of cat that eats all of the feelings. So buying dinner is definitely the way to his heart. Absolutely. Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate it. All right, here we go.
9-5 is admitted.
I always like to watch the opening of the evidence
And you can just
bags,
hold it up and let the jury see it.
because this is petty AF, and I'm petty. I'm not going to deny that. And I'll tell you this: this is just something I've learned in my 49 years. You ain't got to get petty if you stay petty. I always like to watch it because different people have different skill levels when opening the evidence bags, and for whatever reason, it makes me giggle. Here we go.
Did you determine who this was? It determined who this phone belonged to?
Yes, it was determined to be Kouri Richins.
Okay. Now, what about in the master bathroom? Was that area searched?
Yes.
Scott, if you could continue playing our,
Chief, it's the quickest
video
way to
for
my
exhibit,
husband's
sorry.
heart, too.
Were there items of significance that were located in the master bathroom?
Yes, a few.
Scott, if you could pause it there, please. So,
Alice said she shall be wearing her tuxedo. She wears it all the days as she loves to be fancy. In fact, she's looking at me right now because I have disturbed her slumber. Once again, I am a peasant. I will always be a peasant, and I will always work directly for her. Let's go.
what about in that closet? Was there an item of significance located in there?
Yes.
If you could grab from your physical exhibits, Exhibit 9-1.
Ms. Shervanek, just so my notes are complete, the date of the search, would you confirm that for me one more time, Ms. Gibson?
April 13th of 22.
Okay. Please proceed.
So, do you have Exhibit 9-1? You have a lot of things up there. I'm sorry. Go ahead and pull the item out of there, or take a look at it. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
There's a couple bottles of prescriptions that were collected that were located in one of the baskets.
And I don't know that the clicker's working, so why don't you just come down and point to your screen so the jury can see which item we're talking about, where it was located.
Well, I am shocked they
Yes.
were able to find anything, given the fact that Kouri said the house cleaner moved all of the things.
Is it working now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the first item we're talking about right now is going to be this orangish yellow dot.
And you can head back to your seat. Sorry.
Huh. Let's pause
And
that.
the item
Give me
that you
just
have-
1 second. Let me just say this. Do you mean to tell me that the medications were found among all the other medications in those baskets in the bathroom where you would typically expect to find medications, both prescription and over the counter? Well, shut the front door, because Kouri, when they were asking for him, was like, my maid moved everything. I have no idea. I smell lies.
Have there 9-1. Is that a fair and accurate representation of the item that you collected from that basket? on that
Yes.
day?
Yes, it was.
And then
I don't
move
know,
to admit
Delana. Let me see if
9-1.
I can figure it out, okay?
Of course.
I want to see which bottle's there.
Bring it down.
Okay. Here we go. Miss Nestor's gonna be a problem, y'all. I think everybody sitting in the first row directly behind Kouri Richins is media. I mean, I agree, JL. You can inspect that bottle of
No
hydrocodone
objection,
from
thank you,
now
Your Honor.
until the end of
Case
time.
9-1 is admitted.
But even if I'd never had a problem with pills, I think that it would be common knowledge. It would be, what do you call that? Common sense that anybody with a problem of any sort, whether that be prescription medications or illicit substances, when you have a problem, there isn't anything left. Typically, it's empty. Know what I mean? And this is I'm talking about for regular people, okay? I'm not talking about for people who are extremely, extremely wealthy and have access to funds that us common folk do not have, okay? Like Diddy and the baby oil. I have never seen so much baby oil in one place at one time in my entire life. I don't even think the grocery store has that much baby oil on their shelves. All right, here we go.
Go ahead and open up that bag. Was there a particular bottle within that bag from those items that you took a photograph of?
Yes.
Scott, if we could have exhibit 1-20, please. Do you recognize this?
It's not. There it is. Yes.
What is that?
That's a photo I took of what was located from that section of the linen closet.
That's a photo that you took?
Correct.
Fair and accurate representation of what you collected from there?
Yes.
Move to admit exhibit 1-20.
No objection.
If we could publish, please.
20 is admitted.
Your Honor, can we look at the actual bottle that she took out of the bag?
Oh, for the love of Pete. Do you want to also inspect the hydrocodone? Kind of in the same way that people would inspect cocaine by smelling it? Fuck off. Also, I just have to point out, where is Marshall Doves? Marshall Dove says baby oil is gross anyway. Look, I might be dating myself and aging myself. Y'all know I'm 49 years old. I've made it to this age, so I'm just going to announce it. Here's the deal. When I was younger, like in my teen years, we used to lay out with baby oil. That's how you tan. Okay. And then as I got older, particularly like my late 30s, early 40s, I used to use baby oil to remove my makeup. So now I'll say baby oil the way that Diddy was using it is gross, but those uses I think are acceptable. Here we go.
Bags and she's taken it out. Can we open it and look at it, please?
You want to open the bottle, look at the pills?
Uh-huh. There's no pills, but I want to open the bottle and see inside.
There's pills in it.
Oh, okay.
I can hear the
Okay,
jingle
so
of
I
the
won't touch
pills.
the
Don't
bottle.
play
Make
with
sure you
us,
guys do the same
Nestor.
thing.
Yep.
Guys, just the record is clear. The 1-20 is admitted.
I mean, why do you need to inspect that pill bottle that closely? There was no hydrocodone in his system. Hydrocodone, after it breaks down and metabolizes in your body, what it leaves behind is hydromorphone, okay? Fentanyl breaks down into something else that I can't think of the name of off the top of my head. Like, what are you doing? You want to count the pills too? I mean, for the love of, you want to make sure that there are actually hydrocodone in there, which you know you can do by, there's pill
Kind of hard
identifiers. Hold
to
on.
see in the photograph, but is one of those
I'm getting yelly. There's pill identifiers on the internet, like if you find a loose pill and you don't know what it is, or on a bottle of medication, it will tell you, particularly after 2015, after 2015, what the pill stamps are. So, I mean, like this is really going the extra mile to check out, and I appreciate your diligence, lady. But and normally I appreciate extra, but you're just doing too damn much, and I can't take it. Should we have a little palate cleanser right here? I think we should. Where's it at?
I'm so tired of you.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
All right, let's keep going.
prescription bottles, a prescription for quetiapine?
Yes.
And is that prescription, that bottle prescribed to Kouri Richins?
Yes, it is.
After you documented and photographed these items, what did you do with it?
They were booked into the sheriff's office.
And I should ask you the same question that we did for 9-5.
Let me pause that right there. The quetiapine is Seroquel, which was prescribed to Kouri, which we learned yesterday with the medical examiner's testimony, if I'm remembering correctly. And if I'm not remembering correctly, please correct me in the chat. But that was found in Eric Richins' toxicology report, and he was not prescribed for it. And if I remember correctly, I need to somebody in the chat, please help me out, because there were 3 samples. There were 3 samples collected, or samples from 3 different areas collected for toxicology. The vitreous, not vitriol, my bad. Vitreous, which is the eye, the intervena cava, and the gastric, which is the tummy. So I cannot remember. I want to say that it was found, the Seroquel was found in the gastric, but I might be wrong about that. Which it's highly suspect, particularly because Kouri's story has always been that he basically took the gummies for pain and for sleep. And so how did the Seroquel get in there? All right, here we go.
What, after that item was collected, what did you do with it?
It was also booked into the sheriff's office.
When you say booked into the sheriff's office, that's into your evidence room?
Correct.
Scott, if we could go back to 1-15 D4, please.
One moment, I gotta catch up to you. Go ahead, Scott.
Going back to the video.
Yes, please.
Oh, look here. I
Let
love,
me know when you're ready to show the truth.
I am.
look here. I love 50 Cent's level of petty. That man, he don't have to get petty because he stay petty. Okay? He is hilarious, especially on the Twitter X's. The X Twitters.
You are now.
Yes.
Okay, my apologies. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're looking at this
Oh,
same
perfect.
view in the master bathroom, and we see another orange circle there. What was collected from that location?
Several packages of THC gummies and edibles.
Did you document those?
Yes, I did.
OMG. Hold on a minute.
Go ahead.
Hold on a minute. Back the milk truck up. This area here in the cabinet above the toilet, not hidden, not, in a pocket door, in a safe behind a picture, not in a shoe, in the closet, stuffed way into the toe. Just right there in the cabinet. Huh. Okay. Kouri, stop playing with these people. You know where all this stuff was. I don't know why you wanted to make them search, but you did. And the fact that you could tell that you were not like shook, and that's why you couldn't think and remember where things were. You did it purposefully to be difficult.
And grab exhibit 9-11 for me.
Yeah.
Scott, could you leave the video up?
That was me.
Oh, sorry. You're on.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Do you recognize this item?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's the items that were collected from that cabinet above the toilet.
Fair and accurate representation of those items that were collected that day.
Yes.
Move to admit 9-11.
No objection.
9-11 is admitted.
Did you document where those items were collected from?
Yes.
Where were they collected from?
They were inside the top shelf of the medicine cabinet above the toilet in the master bathroom.
Inside the cupboard.
Correct.
Scott, if I could have exhibit 1-16, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
A photograph I took of those items that were collected.
Same items we were just referring to?
Correct.
Fair and accurate representation of those items on that day?
Yes.
Move to admit 1-16.
May I speak to Ms. Shabranek for a
course.
second?
Let me lay a little more foundation for what's in the photograph. So, let's do it this way. If you could take exhibit 9-11, please, and open it up. Okay, and pull the items out of there.
All of them?
Pull them out. Sorry.
Move your glass a little bit.
Yeah. So, we see multiple items in that one package, is that correct?
Yes.
And if we could put the video back up on the screen. Can we put it back up for the jury? Sorry.
Hold on, sir. Here you go.
Okay, so we were talking about the cupboard above the toilet, and then we were looking at a photograph that you took of all of these items, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, in that photograph, are there items that were collected from other locations?
Can you go back to the photograph?
Scott, can you put up 1-16 for her, please? Just for her.
What are you referring to on the photograph?
So, are there items that are in that same photograph and that are in that same package that were not collected in that cupboard?
There's a baggie and a looks like a prescription box that are kind of out of focus.
And those items were not collected in that cupboard?
Correct.
But which items were collected from that cupboard?
The 3 dank gummies, the 2 chocolate brownies, the Helix Twist, and the 2 small baggies of gummies.
The clear baggies were located somewhere else, is that right?
I don't recall on that. I believe they were located in the same area.
I'm going to move to admit 1-16.
Your Honor, we object. That's, she's not laid a proper foundation.
I don't follow. Would you approach for a moment? Okay, so let's see. pause for one moment. The state's moving to admit the photograph that is State's Exhibit 1-16.
Yes.
No objection.
Okay. 1-16 is coming in. Would you like me to publish it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Chelsea, do you need a moment to get organized, or do you need anything?
She might need
Are
some
we
space.
are we done with this one for now?
Yes, you can put that to the side.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, please.
Yes, take your time.
Do we have white?
Yep. I think she's asking for the actual.
I got it.
Ooh, the crinkling is hard on the earbuds. Okay, so I wanted to answer JL. I'm not going to highlight it just because I think there are certain things that come up in a chat that should, it's my policy here at the ward that what happens on the ward stays on the ward. And this is one of those times. But yes, I will say, generally speaking, most pain management clinics make you sign a contract in which you will not take other substances other than what's been prescribed to you from the pain management clinic, and doing so will violate the pain management clinic's policy and the contract and get you kicked out. And if you, because they test now. I will say this, I've never been to a pain management clinic. I don't have any like firsthand knowledge of that. All of my prescriptions were written to me by one doctor only. He saw me for all the things. So there's that. Okay, let's keep going. I can see Nestor's going to be a problem already. Not impressed and no me gusta. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that Miss Nestor, due to her performance, deserves the snoop.
Okay.
Let me give her the
Chernak, please
snoop.
proceed.
So, after these items were located, you photographed them,
Correct.
and what happened with them next? Were they booked into evidence?
Correct.
Scott, if you could put the video back up, or Your Honor, however order that works. And you can let the scan play forward. Were there items of significance that were located in the closet?
Yes.
All right, if we could pause it there, please. If you could take Exhibit 9-12, please. And open it up. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a pack of gummies that were located in the master closet.
In this location that you've indicated here?
Yes.
Okay. Fair and accurate representation of those items, are those items in substantially the same condition as when they were located that day?
Yes.
Move to admit 9-12.
No objection.
9-12 is admitted.
Go ahead and open it up. While we're doing that, Scott, if you could put 1-17 for the witness, please.
I mean, yeah, KD, like they're not playing around. After 2015, October of 2015, when there were pain medication was added to the list of controlled substances and controlled by
And then, do you see Exhibit 117 on?
controlled by the DEA. I mean, when the DEA took over, like keeping record and count of all of that, who was prescribing it, not just the prescriber. All the physicians got a DEA number, so they kept track of that, who was prescribing it, and the patient. In Texas, you're on a roster. It's a statewide roster. They keep track of your medications. It's not just at the pharmacy, and Xanax is also a controlled substances. All benzodiazepines are. There's other things that are on the controlled substance list, like tramadol. Is it tramadol or Toradol or both? Anyway, no, that's not the point. It's neither here nor there. They keep track of it, and they're not playing around with people, especially after the opioid epidemic. And you know, when they started really cracking down on pain management clinics, you know.
Your screen.
Yes.
What is that?
That's an overall photograph I took of the master closet showing a mid-range of the item that was collected.
And that's that same item that you held up there.
Correct.
We could move to admit 1-17.
No objection.
And publish, please.
117 is admitted.
And so you might have to step down for this one. It's a little hard to see what we're looking at here. Point out for the jury what we're looking at here.
So we're looking at a pack of gummies that was located in the pocket jacket of this green jacket.
Thank you.
Interesting. Let's go back and look at that really
If we
quick
could have the
because
scan exhibit, please.
you guys, if you're just joining us, thanks to Tess for coming in with the deets. They have recessed the court until 10:30 local time, their local time, Utah time. So that's 11:30 Central, 12:30 East Coast time. So we missed this yesterday watching it together. So we're watching it now. This is the lead crime scene witness, the lead crime scene technician, is on the witness stand now. And this is direct examination, which is the state. So let me go back and look at that photograph really quickly because to me, this looks like Kouri's side of the closet. What do you guys think? That looks like a female jacket. That looks. And what do you guys think?
This green jacket.
Thank you. If we could have the scan exhibit, please. You can play it forward, please. Was the kitchen also searched?
Yes, it was.
And were there items that were located in the kitchen that you documented?
Yes.
And I've been asking you about items of significance. The items you're looking for, those are items that were in the search warrant, correct?
Correct.
Meaning that the search warrant told you what you were supposed to look for.
Yes.
All right. If we could go forward just a small, there we go. All right, we could pause it there. Okay, so we're, what area of the home are we looking at now?
Oh, we're in the kitchen now.
And we mentioned that there were items found in here. If you could grab item 9-13, please. Do you recognize this item?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a package of gummies that was located.
And those gummies that you have there, fair and accurate representation of what was collected on that day?
Yes.
Move to admit 9-13.
No objection.
9-13 is admitted.
And looking on our scan here, we see a couple of different indicators. Where were these gummies located?
It's going to be that orange dot where right above the refrigerator in that cabinet.
So the higher up dot?
Yes.
Okay. If we could show the witness exhibit 1-18, please. Do you see it? What is that?
Before she answers that question, let me give a special shout out to MK Lynn. What you doing? I haven't seen you in a long day. MK says, I've been missing you this trial. I'm not going to lie because there's been some really epic moments, I think, for your one-liners, and I've missed it. So I'm so glad that you're here. MK said, it's nowhere near as bad as the Flintstone vitamin epidemic. Those things had me hooked for the longest times. The dinos had me lit most of the time. Oh, MK, you've been missing. It's so good to see you, bud. I'm glad you're here. All right, here we go.
That's a photograph I took of the item.
And is that a fair and accurate representation of where the item was located that day?
Yes.
I'll move to admit 1-18.
No objection.
And publish, please.
1-18 is admitted.
And then go ahead and open up exhibit 9-13. And those are the gummies that we see in the photograph there.
Yes.
After you documented these items, what did you do with them?
They were collected and then brought to the sheriff's office to be put into evidence.
Scott, if we could have the scan view again, please. And you can play it forward. Okay, you can pause it there. Thank you. So we see a few other indicators of items that were located there. Was there an item that was collected from the kitchen counter?
Yes.
If you could grab Exhibit 9-10, please. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
And is that item, the item that was collected here in the orange dot?
Correct.
We indicated with the red arrow?
Yes.
Same or similar condition as when it was collected that day?
Yes.
Move to admit Exhibit 9-10.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear her say what it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. What is that?
It's a set of tweezers and a small piece of plastic.
Is Nestor 9-10?
No objection.
9-10 is admitted.
Where, describe for the jury what, you can open it up and just let the jury see it. They can see through the bag, I think. What is this item?
It's a pair of tweezers that was located inside of a jacket pocket that was laying on the kitchen counter.
And so the jacket was on the counter, tweezers were where?
Inside of a pocket.
The pocket of the jacket.
Correct.
What kind of jacket was it?
It was a woman's fitted black, medium-size Under Armour jacket.
After you collected that item, what did you do with it?
It was packaged and brought to the sheriff's office to be booked into evidence.
All of these items that we've just talked about, after they were collected, were they sent to the state crime lab?
Yes.
And were they tested there?
Yes, they were.
Did you receive a report back about the results of those tests?
Yes, I did.
We see, going back to the scan here, we see through the doorway another orange dot. Was it an item collected from that area?
Yes.
Scott, if you could show the witness Exhibit 4-16, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Was this an item that was collected from that same search warrant date?
Yes.
Fair and accurate representation of the document that you collected that day?
Yes.
I'll move to admit 4-16.
Your Honor, we object on 401, 403, 404B.
Counsel, please approach.
Bruh, why are you objecting under 401B? That's prior. Like, what is it? What do you? How do I say this? It's not an explanation. It's a statement that I can't seem to
So
get
we're
my
gonna
brain.
pause on admitting or publishing 416, but you may have some more questions about it.
Where
my
was item
gosh.
4-16 located?
I believe it was located in the master bathroom.
4-16
The one on the
on the screen. If you don't recall, that's okay.
I don't recall this one.
Okay, no problem. Well, let's put up the scan that we were looking at of the home.
one moment.
Do you see the orange dot kind of through the doorway from the kitchen?
Yes.
Do you know if there was a black backpack located where that orange dot is?
Yes.
Do you know if this document was located in that black backpack?
Yes.
What else? Did you look in that backpack?
I believe I just helped document what was inside.
What was inside?
Several documents, as well as prescription medication and Kouri Richins' name.
When executing this search warrant, was a phone seized from Kouri Richins' person?
Yes.
If you could take Exhibit 9-2, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the phone that was taken off of Kouri Richins that day that was booked into evidence.
Same or similar condition as when it was located that day or seized that day?
Yes.
Move to admit Exhibit 9-2.
Your Honor, at this time, we renew our motion to suppress that was made earlier about the phone. We renew it at this time.
Okay. Your motion is denied for the same reasons previously stated by the court. 9-2 is admitted.
After item 9-2 was seized and collected, what did you do with it?
It was booked into the Summit County Sheriff's Office.
So we just talked about a lot.
Just so you know, 401B evidence is I don't understand why it's trying to give it me federal. Let's see, 404. Let's see. It's like character evidence. And oh, Jennifer, I didn't see you, babe. I'm sorry, hun. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Jonah. That basically it's like what I just said, character evidence. So basically, why they have to be careful with letting in certain types of evidence is because you want the jury to make the determination and base their verdict on the evidence that was presented in court respective to this actual crime, right? Not like character evidence such that would make the jury think, well, this person has done A, B, and C before, so they're likely to have committed this crime. It can also be evidence of prior crimes and prior convictions. You can get that stuff in at like sentencing, but not at the criminal level, like not during the actual guilt or innocence phase. Or I don't like it. It is guilt or innocence phase, but I don't really like the term innocence because especially when it comes to adults, because let's be real here, adults aren't innocent. Like I think of innocence as children, but really like the guilty or not guilty phase of the court of the thing, because you can be found, Casey Anthony, we're looking at you, not guilty of a crime, but that doesn't mean that you're innocent of the crime. It just means that they failed to prove it that the jury felt that the state was unable to meet their burden and they failed to prove their case. And so that's why I don't like the innocence phase, but yes. Yeah. I don't care for that. And by the way, there's like they wanted to suppress that walk the dog letter. It did not get suppressed. There's a lot of stuff they wanted suppressed that wasn't suppressed, but they're going to continue to renew their objections. The judge has already ruled on these, and so they're not going to get it, but it's to preserve the record. Should she be found guilty, it's for the appeal. All right, here we go.
Of items that were collected. Remind the jury, what date were those items collected?
On April 13th of 2022.
So, and you were on scene when Eric died, and some time had passed, is that correct?
Yes.
Was the house at 282 Willow Court searched on May 8th of 2023?
Yes, it was.
Were you present for that search?
Yes.
Again, was that search of the home pursuant to a search warrant?
Yes.
Scott, if we could show the witness Exhibit 1-15 D3, D like Delta. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
And what is it?
This is going to be, it's the same 3D model rendering of the home. This one's depicting items that were collected on the 2023 warrant.
Is that on May 8th?
Yes.
And again, the same scan that we've been seeing, but now you've added tags for items that were collected on a different day.
Correct.
All right. Similar to the April 13th, 2022 search warrant, were assignments made for this search warrant?
Yes.
Personnel. And what was your role?
To photograph, assist in a search, and also assist in doing the matter report.
What areas of the scene were searched on this day?
Every room of the main home, as well as the attached garage and the detached garage and shop.
What specific items were you looking for pursuant to that search warrant?
We were looking for several different items relating to, I believe, electronics, as well as documents, and don't recall what else, to be honest.
That's okay. So we talked about Exhibit 1-15D3. That's something that you helped create. That's the scan.
Yes.
I'm going to move to admit Exhibit 1-15D3.
Okay, 1-15D is in dog 3. Okay,
Right.
and just to clarify, I'm sorry, Your Honor, if may I speak with Ms. Chiron. So this is just adding on the tags from the 8th.
It's not, I mean, iterative, it is iterative, but it's not in addition to. They're just the tags from that day.
Perfect. No objection. Let me go through.
1-15D3 is admitted. Would you like us to publish?
Yes, please. Okay, so again, we're looking at the same scan, correct?
Yes.
And you have included tags for a different date that the house was searched.
Yes.
Scott, you can play the scan, please. And you mentioned that the whole house was searched again,
Yes.
and that included the bedroom.
Yes.
You were looking for electronics as well as documents. Does that sound right?
Yes.
That's what, just reminding you what you said before. Were there items pursuant to that search warrant that were located in the master bedroom?
Yes.
I'll wait till our video catches up before I ask you about this. All right, you can pause it there, Scott. So we see 2 green dots on this screen. Were you there when these items were located?
Not when they were located. I believe I was in a different room.
Okay, but you were the person that collected them?
Yes.
And when they were located, did they remain in their original condition until you documented them?
As far as I am aware, yes.
Take item 9-15. And go ahead and open it up. What is that?
It's an orange notebook.
And is that one of the items that was collected in May 8th of 2023?
Yes.
And is where that item was located depicted on your screen?
Yes, it is.
Where was this item located?
It's going to be that bottom green dot that's showing in the top drawer of the nightstand.
We're going to come back to this item. I'm not going to admit it quite yet. So we see another green dot. Do you know what was located, where that is indicated?
Yes, it's a blue iPhone that was located inside the top drawer.
If you could grab Exhibit 9-4, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the blue iPhone that was collected from that drawer that day.
It's in the same or similar condition to when it was, as it was collected on May 8th, 2023.
Yes.
Move to admit 9-4.
Wait, 9-15, right?
This is correct.
Okay.
No objection, Your Honor.
9-4, the blue iPhone is admitted.
And Scott, if you could show the witness Exhibit 10-21. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a photograph I took of where the cell phone was located.
Fair and accurate representation of where it was located that day.
Yes.
Move to admit 10-21.
No objection.
And publish.
10-21 is admitted.
Publish, please. So we see, zoom back out for us. So we see a phone sitting on top of the dresser. Is that the phone that was collected?
That's a tablet.
Okay, and so where, we'll have Scott zoom in, where is the phone that you collected, that you just showed us?
To the right of the, I believe it is a pair of sweatpants.
Right, so it's kind of inside the drawer, leaning up against the front of the door. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And you mentioned that the detached office was also searched on that day?
Yes.
Scott, if we could have Exhibit 1-15D7, D like Delta. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
This is the rendering of the detached garage and shop.
The same virtual scan, just of a different area of the home. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm going to move to admit 1-15D7.
I'm so sorry. This is a new matter report, 115D7. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, no objection.
115D7 is admitted.
Okay, and you can play that forward, Scott. And so was the office also searched for documents?
Yes, it was.
And similar to the other one, did you indicate on this virtual scan if there was a document that was collected on May 8th?
Yes.
Oh, I don't see the tag on this one.
It's on there.
Oh, where is it?
Give it a second.
I missed it.
There you
There
go.
it is. If we could pause the scan, please. I missed it the first time around. Was there a document collected from that location?
Yes.
If you could take Exhibit 9-16 from your stack there. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
All right, and is that the item that was collected from there?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to admit it this time. We'll come back to that document. Pursuant to this search warrant was, or not to this search warrant, but on that same date was a phone seized from Kouri Richins' person.
Yes.
If you could take Exhibit 9-3, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a cell phone that was collected from Kouri Richins' person.
Same or similar condition as when it was collected on May 8th?
Yes.
We'll move to admit 9-3.
9-3 is admitted.
What happened with that phone after it was collected?
I believe it was downloaded by Detective O'Driscoll and then booked into evidence.
Be sure to have the date one more time.
November 7th, 2024. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Same as all the other scans we've been looking at?
Correct.
You put different tags on there for items that were located on that day.
Correct.
Similar to the two other search warrants we talked about, were assignments made on that day?
Yes.
And what was your role?
To photograph and assist in document and search.
Same as the other searches?
Yep.
Okay. Again, what areas of the home were searched?
The entirety of the home, as well as the attached garage and the detached garage and shop.
I don't think I've moved to admit 115D5 yet. I'll do that now.
Is that just
Yes.
Yes. Any objection?
This one from November 7th, I'm so sorry, I'm trying to keep up. November 7th, the Matterport is 115D5?
Correct.
No objection.
115D5 is admitted and published.
Go ahead and play it, Scott. What items were being, specific items you were looking for this day? Excuse me.
Handwritten documents.
Did you locate any of those?
I assisted in photographing.
Document?
Yeah.
Okay, you can pause it there. We see purple circle on the screen there. Was a document located from that location on that day?
Yes.
Take Exhibit 9-17. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
And is that the item? What is it?
It's a handwritten document of what appears to be a timeline. It was located inside that the kitchen cabinet.
Fair and accurate representation of the document that was collected on that day?
Yes.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. Just a moment. I'm looking for Exhibit 8-49. It's a binder.
There's one up here.
There is one up here. Ah, yes. You need to look at some handwriting items. Okay. I'm showing you in States Exhibit 8-49, tab 15. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Is this an item that was collected from the Richins home?
Yes, it was.
Was that collected during that November 7th, 2024 search warrant?
Yes.
And did you collect this item
Yes, I did.
and book it into evidence?
Yes.
You took photographs of it?
Correct.
If you could turn to tab 16, please.
The tab we were just on was
K15.
K15?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
It's coupons with handwriting on them. Like Christmas coupons.
I'm sorry, I should let you finish.
You're fine.
Finish what you were saying before I ask my question.
It appears to be like Christmas coupons that are handwritten.
Another item that was collected from the Willow Court home?
Yes.
Did you take photographs of this item?
I took photographs, yes.
And did you book it into evidence?
I did not. I believe Evidence Tech Matter booked that one in.
Okay, but it was booked into the evidence room?
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk about a few other items that were collected. Did you collect other electronics in particular? For not collect, but I'm sorry, I should use more precise words. Did you book into evidence other electronics for this case?
Yes.
If you could grab Exhibit 9-6, please. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
There are 2 cell phones that were collected from Robert Grossman.
And they were booked into evidence?
Yes.
Those items in the same or similar condition as when they were booked into evidence?
Yes.
Move to admit 9-6.
Need just a minute on that one.
You can open it up and let the jury see it.
Your Honor, we object to improper foundation. This individual can't testify who got those phones, that they came from Mr. Grossman. My understanding is they were just brought to her, and that's insufficient. We object.
Well, she can testify that these 2 phones were booked into evidence.
Right,
So
sure.
we can admit 9-6 as these 2 phones, right?
No.
Oh,
But we need a foundation laid of how
wait a minute. Before she gets into her rigmarole, let me shout out Jennifer. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank Jonah. Thank you, Jonah, for the 5 gifted memberships. Congratulations to the recipients of those. And thank you so much for supporting me and the channel. I appreciate it tremendously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me rewind because I want to get the full vibe of her
Janet-
snark. Okay. No. All right, here we go.
Your Honor, we object to improper foundation. This individual can't testify who got those phones, that they came from Mr. Grossman. My understanding is they were just brought to her, and that's insufficient. We object.
Well, she can testify that these 2 phones were booked into evidence.
Right,
So
sure.
we can admit 9-6 as these 2 phones, right?
No. But we need a foundation laid of how the chain of custody of those 2 phones, who got them and who brought them to her before they can come in.
Didn't she just testify that they were... Forgive me, I may have misread the testimony.
May we approach?
Yes, of course.
Let's approach. And while they approach,
What a bunch of a-holes.
God, the defense. Like, I get it. You know, you've got to object. You don't want, certain. At the end of the day, the phones and what's on those phones is coming in. So, like, chill out, bro. Yeah, this evidence is coming in. So, like,
Exhibit 9-6, 2 cell phones, identified, not yet admitted.
Yes.
what a bunch of crybabies.
If you could grab Exhibit 9-18, please, and 9-19. Okay. Let's start with 9-18. Do you recognize this item?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a photo that, sorry, it is a phone that was collected during a search warrant of Lauder's residence.
What kind of phone is it? Just the model or the make of it?
It's a Samsung.
Okay. And is that phone the same or similar condition as when you booked it into evidence?
Yes.
And I'll treat this one the same as 9-6. And if you go ahead and show it to the jury. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't entered it yet. I'm sorry.
Oh
If
my
you could take
gosh.
Exhibit 9-19, please.
You made a little blunder, and now
Do you
Miss
recognize
Nestor
this?
is going to
Yes.
go
What
on
is
a
it?
power trip.
It is a Motorola cell phone that was collected from off of Carmen Lomberg's person.
Is that was that phone booked into evidence?
Yes, it was.
Okay. After
Just for a bit of backstory, if I'm not mistaken, that phone from Carmen is who Kouri got the fentanyl from, if I remember correctly.
I'm going to move away from these specific phones and just talk about some things that the sheriff's office does with cell phones once they're collected. When cell phones are, after cell phones are booked into evidence, does the sheriff's office have the capability to download a cell phone?
We currently do.
What about in 2022? Did the sheriff's office have that capability in 2022?
No, we did not.
If the sheriff's office or an investigator in the sheriff's office wanted to get a download of someone's cell phone in 2022, how did that happen?
It was brought down to the RCFL.
What is the RCFL?
It's a regional forensics, computer forensic institution.
And so the downloads of the phones weren't done in-house at that time?
Correct.
And at some point, did that change?
Yes.
When was that?
Early of 2023.
What happened in early 2023 as it relates to cell phone downloads at the sheriff's office?
We obtained a program called Celebrate.
What is Celebrate?
It is a cell phone download program.
Are you certified to use Celebrate?
Yes.
Okay. How, not the technology part, but how physically, if you were going to download a cell phone, how would you do that?
We'd obtain the item from evidence and essentially plug it into the program, and then the program basically tells us what to do on the next steps, and it kind of breaks into the phone.
So kind of a plug-and-play type of thing.
Correct.
And you're certified to use Celebrate?
Yes.
Did you perform cell phone downloads in this case?
Yes.
Which cell phone did you download in this case?
I downloaded a few.
Okay. Do you remember which ones?
I believe Hayden Jeff's.
Well, don't say the name.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I think the majority of them were iPhones.
Okay, that's fine. When a phone is downloaded using Celebrate, do you get a report after it's downloaded?
Yeah, it gives us the data, like the raw data.
Okay, from the phone.
Okay, I just was curious how much Cellbrite costs. Cellbrite costs from 14 grand to over 30 grand. Basic software subscriptions can start around $4,000 to $5,000 a year, while advanced quote unquote premium services for unlocking devices will often involve high annual fees for a set number of unlocks. I am going over to GoFundMe. I'm going to start a campaign. I need Cellbrite. Just kidding. Can you imagine if I was like that? think of what I could do with Cellbrite in my hands. All right, here we go.
Correct.
So turning away from cell phones now, I want to talk a little bit more about the Matterport scan. Did you use that, or first let me ask this way, does that software have the capability to do measurements? I think you mentioned that.
Yes.
Did you use the Matterport scan in this case to measure some certain distances?
Yes.
How is that done?
You select basically the X, Y, and Z coordinates on the scan itself and pretty much pick two separate points, and it will give you accurate measurement within 1% error rate.
How do you know it's within 1% error rate?
It's according to the company.
Okay. And so you measured some areas of the home in this case?
Yes.
And did you verify those measurements after Matterport gave you the distances?
Yes, we also physically measured them on scene.
Okay. And so did you measure the area from the master bedroom to the kitchen?
Yes.
Was that distance 55 feet 2 inches?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you measure the distance from the master bedroom to the front door?
Yes.
Was that distance 36 feet, a little over 36 feet?
Yes.
Jennifer says, I'm going to become an expert for aperture. It's good to have goals, babe. I think that you're probably way more qualified to, wait a minute. Aperture is where, that's not where the crash daddies come from, right? That's the other guy. I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank today. Maybe I need to be quiet for a minute. All right, here we go.
And you verified through that process you just described that those were accurate distances?
Correct.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
I just want to be one of this crash daddies secretaries. Yes, Shannon with one N. That's what I thought. I just couldn't remember. Y'all know I broke up with Sweet Tea over Lent because, well, I'm not religious. I am spiritual, and I needed to drink water. And so Lent was the perfect time to do it because I know that I'll stick to it if it's for Lent. So that's what I decided to give up. So I'm only having 1 5-hour and 1 cup of coffee, and that's my total caffeine intake for the whole day. And sugar. Like I don't get the sugar from the sweet
Just a
tea
couple more
either. So
questions,
my
please.
brain is
I
like
want to go back
extra
to
buffering.
the Celebrate program and the cell phone downloads. Did you do a download for Kouri's blue iPhone in this case?
I assisted Detective O'Driscoll in the download.
What do you mean you assisted? Describe that process.
He started the download. It gave him an error, and then I assisted in doing some troubleshooting and starting the process of the download.
And so were you able to get a successful download of that blue iPhone?
Yeah, it was. I was able to obtain the PIN code, and then Detective O'Driscoll finished it and obtained a download.
And just to be sure, let's show the jury which item we're talking about so we don't get the phones confused. We're talking about Exhibit 9-4.
It's a blue iPhone.
And this was the phone that where was this item collected from?
Inside the top drawer of the dresser in the master bedroom. It was leaning up against the drawer.
And this was collected on May 8th, 2023?
Yes.
Okay, those are all my questions for you. Thank you.
Okay, so Delana says, I gave up nothing for Lent because I know on Judgment Day the Lord will have way bigger things that he wants to chat with me about. This is my way because I also know that the Lord is going to have way bigger things that he wants to chat with me about. I'm going to need character references, some letters of explanation, etc. But I feel like this might go a little ways. My heart is in the right place towards like credit for good time. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Make sure that makes sense. Would you approach for a moment?
I'm going to need all the help I can get. Like I am really, really hoping that when it's my turn, I know that I'm going to be removed from the line, like at the airport, because this happens to me at the airport too. Every single time I go to the airport and to get on a flight and have to go through security, I get pulled aside for extra security. So I feel like that's the same thing that's going to happen to me when I'm standing at the pearly gates. Peter's going to
If you'd
be
sit
like,
tight for just a moment.
I need you to
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stop the presentation of evidence for
I need you to step aside for the day. Hold on. They're going to stop the presentation of evidence, but I think they chit chat just for a little bit. Yeah, for about 8 minutes. And of course, I want to hear the chit chat. But anyway, and we have a little time before they're going to start court this morning. So anyhow, I know I'm going to get pulled to the side. And what I'm really hoping for is that like Nestor, Baxter, Monty the cat, Seamus, Fagin, those are the dogs that I had as as a teenager into my young adulthood. I'm really hoping that they're gonna be waiting to give character statements on my behalf. Yeah, I'm gonna get a heaven scan. Absolutely. For real. That is absolutely what's gonna happen. So yeah. But let's see what they have to say. I hope I didn't offend anybody with my jokes. I respect everybody's belief system. They're right to have it. My walk is not your walk, and we all got to walk. It might just be different paths, but I respect the journey. All right, here we go.
for today. At this point, we'll pick up cross-examination of Ms. Gibson tomorrow morning. I'm required to give you these instructions at the end of every day, and frankly, I should be doing it at the end of every or before every break, so please just humor me. Do not talk about this case with anyone. Do not let anyone else talk about it to you. This is off limits. You have to affirmatively avoid listening to, watching, or reading anything about the case, and do not take any actions to gain any information. So no research, no internet searches, no social media interactions about the case at all. Please travel safely. See you tomorrow morning, ready to go at 8:30. Please rise for the jury.
It's interesting that he said be ready to go at 8:30 and then there was a recess. So, was there, Tess, was there any testimony this morning? Let me just do my own, let me just behave and do my own
Please have a seat.
looking it up.
All right. Forgive my ignorance. Are you taking all this stuff back with you?
I was told by Brittany.
What's the plan, Brittany?
Anything that is illegal substance, she has to take.
Got it.
Getting to earlier item. Yeah, so sorry, not one. The phones I can take.
Is that what you want to do?
We want to do what is supposed to be done.
Okay, sounds good. So let's be specific. We'll do this by number. Let's just do this on the record. Chelsea, if you would separate for us 9-5.
Oh, there is a little testimony. All right,
That's
let
the
me
green
get it for
item.
us.
9-2. 9-4. 9-3. Those are the 4 phones that have been admitted so far.
Oh, wait till y'all see her
Brittany will take
outfit
control
of the
those
day.
as evidence clerk. The remaining items that were admitted are or appear
Okay.
to be.
There's not going to be any argument, so let me get over here. Let's immediately. Oh, I don't like that there's no closed captions. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. Let me get this off of the screen real quick. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is today's testimony. Let me go ahead and put up the banner so that you guys, or the ticker. I wonder if I can, let me see something here. Oh, let me show it on the top. Much better. There we go. That's way better. Perfect. It gets a little busy down there at the bottom because Long Crime Trials has their ticker. Let me fix Bendy. Let's move Bendy up. Make Bendy a little bigger. See how that looks. There we go. All right. Now we're set. So this is Kouri, Kouri's outfit of the day. She still looks like a evil elf on the shelf. I mean, I can't really, her outfit isn't that bad. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's start today's stuff. All right.
All right, please have a seat. Good morning. Thank you for your patience. We'll begin this morning with cross-examination of Ms. Gibson. Ms. Gibson, you are still under oath.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
May it please the court. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Gibson, you and I have met before, but just for purposes of the jury, again, my name is Kathy Nestor, and I do represent Kouri Richins along with my co-counsel. So I wanted to start by just kind of revisiting what we discussed yesterday about your role in this case.
Okay.
So it's my understanding that you are, for purposes of saying it in easy, non-lawyerly way, you're the evidence lady, right?
Yes.
So all the evidence that's in this case kind of comes under your purview, right?
Yes, it does.
And you're responsible for being told when it's located, right?
Correct.
If possible, photographing it where it's found.
Yes.
If not possible, then making a log of where you're told it was found.
Correct.
Keeping those logs, safe and secure, right?
Yes.
Noting on the logs the day it was found, the location it was found, and by whom it was found.
Yes.
Making sure then that it's packaged in a way that it can't be tampered with later.
Yes.
And then storing the evidence in some way that is protected from the public or from tampering.
Yes.
And by the way, where do you store all of your evidence?
In our evidence room in the sheriff's office.
Here, just right across from this courthouse?
Correct.
Right. And that room is locked?
Yes.
And only certain people have access to that room?
Correct.
And whenever anybody goes in or out of that room, they have to sign in, right?
It's a key card access, yes.
Okay. And then ultimately your goal is throughout the investigation, if someone needs to look at something, they got to go through you and you check it out and let them look at it and then check it back in.
Yes.
Now, I just want to say this really quickly because I think this is really important. And I think that now's the time to say it because this is a very real life, in our face right now example. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk around the internet about the Pima County Sheriff not allowing people to search and saying for Nancy Guthrie, who's the missing 84-year-old mother of Savannah Guthrie. This is a real life application. This is why I defend and understand the Pima County Sheriff's position on this. First and foremost, they believe, based on evidence, that this is an abduction. And so searching wouldn't be really appropriate at this point, okay? But primarily, I think the reason that he has taken the stance that he has taken is because we're watching in this case, in real time, the way that a defense attorney will attack and try and dismantle and get thrown out evidence against their client. So if you have a layperson who's out searching, who stumbles upon evidence that is then collected, bagged, and tagged, when it gets to trial, if it ever gets to trial, that evidence will be called into question. Trust and believe it will. That is a defense attorney's job. They call into question even when there's no real issue with the chain of evidence, okay? They do it all the time. It's protocol. It's standard. And so I just feel like that's important to put out there because this is a real life application. This is why the sheriff's department has the stance I think that they do. And I agree with it because a case is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And ultimately, yes, we would love for Nancy Guthrie to be found and returned home unharmed. Okay. But the fact of the matter is somebody did this to her, and that somebody or somebodies is going to need to face the consequences of their actions. They're going to need to be prosecuted. And that is what the sheriff is keeping in mind. Protecting the integrity of the case all the way through till the end. And the end of the case is the court, is the trial, is the prosecution. All right, here we go.
And then you also, the plan is at trial, you're going to come with a box and you're going to show it to the jury. Some things they may be able to see, some they may not. But ultimately, you're going to hand all that evidence over to the jury. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Now, there is an exception for some types of evidence. For example, we've heard testimony in this trial about blood and bodily fluids and samples of tissue. You don't maintain those, correct?
Correct.
Pardon me?
Correct. Sorry, just to clarify, we do have a few items from the medical examiner's office that are stored in evidence.
But not fluid of nature, right?
No.
Because most of that is maintained by the medical examiner's office, right?
Correct.
Or the labs where those items were shipped.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other type of evidence that someone other than you has a hold of in this case?
Not that I know of.
All right. So one of the pieces of evidence that you are responsible for gathering in this case included the 911 call. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
And tell us what you did to obtain that call.
I believe I was booked into evidence on a USB.
On a little thumb drive?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever reviewed the USB and made sure that the call was in fact on it?
Yes.
And you verified that that was a true and accurate copy of the call?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, at this point, we would move to admit State's Exhibit 2-40, which is the 911 call in this case.
Is this, forgive me, just so I have context, this is the same as the one we've already heard?
I did a little snippet of it in my opening, but it has not come in yet.
Mr. Bloodworth?
Your Honor, it's Ms.
Oh, my apologies, Ms. Sherman.
That's all right, Your Honor. My objection is based on hearsay. Certainly there are portions of that call that may be admissible by the defense, but broad swaths of that, the state would object on the basis of hearsay.
Would you folks approach?
Sure.
Interesting. I am curious what else is on that 911 call that would be considered hearsay. Who else is speaking on that 911 call? Because any statements made by a party opponent, in this case, Kouri Richins, right, would be the exception to the hearsay rule. So I'm curious who else is on that 911 call, that, or what is, I should say, what is on that 911 call that would be considered hearsay evidence. Has anybody heard her 911 call in its entirety? Because I have not. So I'm curious. I'm going to Google it. Let's Google. Oh. All right, so what I Googled was what potential evidence on a 911 call could be considered hearsay. And it is thinking. I have stumped Google AI. Because I cannot. Okay. Potential evidence on a 911 call considered hearsay includes any out-of-court statements offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted, such as reports of past events, third-party accounts, quote, my neighbor told me, or identification made after an emergency has subsided. While generally inadmissible, 911 calls often bypass this rule through exceptions like excited utterances, say statements made under stress, or present sense impressions. All right. I bet you it's narrative of past events, descriptions of events that happened hours or days ago, rather than an ongoing emergency. Interesting. I bet that's what it is. I think Catholic school is potentially torturous for anybody, whether or not you are a Catholic. Even Catholics. My parents went to Catholic school. Both of them did. And so, yeah, they've told me stories. And they went to Catholic school in Well, whatever you wrote, I don't have, let me see, what did you write? Delana, that's just your thoughts, babe. I don't see it. Huh. YouTube out here eating comments again. Because it didn't post, babe. So I'm not sure what you said, but I'm not going to say the name because that will start other people's devices going off. I know that trick. I've actually never been to confession because I've not been confirmed. So therefore, I am not eligible for confession. I've never done my confirmation. So should we just skip this? Let's just skip this. We can't see anything, can't hear anything. It's kind of pointless. Oh, they're really talking. Still talking, talking more, talking. Holy crap. I bet this is where he stands up and says,
Any other questions?
all right, let's see. I like to get it right at the beginning. You know, that's really been my thought about it, Jennifer.
Questions about foundation related to Ms. Gibson's receipt or preservation of the 911 money?
Do you recall who you received the 911 call from?
I don't recall off the top of my head, no.
Do you know whether you downloaded it yourself off of a county database?
I wouldn't have access to that. That would only be one of the supervisors in dispatch.
So one of the dispatch people gave you the thumb drive?
I don't know how it got from dispatch to me. It was booked into a locker, I believe.
And what is that?
On our evidence locker, so when it's booked into the sheriff's office, if a deputy books it in, it typically goes into the temporary locker where they drop the key and then we collect it.
Is that what happened in this case? A deputy dropped it off?
I believe so.
How do you typically in other cases gather the 911 called for evidence purposes?
It's either that way. Sometimes I will personally request it if the detective asks me to. But either way, it's just taken from the dispatch center and booked into evidence.
So once that thumb drive got into your evidence room, it was maintained safe the way that we just talked about with all your other evidence, right?
I believe so, yes.
So there's no reason to believe that the 911 call that you have would have been tampered with in any way?
Correct.
Okay. I think that's it, Your Honor, unless the court thinks I need more. Okay. We're going to come back to the 911 call later in the trial. Okay? Court's indulgence for just a minute.
Of course.
I am disinclined to acquiesce your offer or your
Your-
request. I don't want to give you any indulgence. Ugh.
As another part of your duties, and I want to use our language really carefully here, so if you could match my language, that would be helpful, okay?
Okay.
Were there calls between Ms. Richins and her family that you...
Hold on, I want to highlight this. So Delana said that if you describe something on a 911 call that you were not actually there to witness, that could be considered hearsay. I'm thinking that it's that she might have said something maybe she mentioned the allergy shot, something that has, I don't know, something. I think we're in the neighborhood. I used to have one of those. I mean, I still do it. I still do. It's on my Fire Stick, but I know, and I used to joke that she's the only person in the house that paid attention to what I said and actually listened to me. She does make you feel heard. I'm not going to lie. All right, here we go.
You obtained recordings.
Let me rewind this.
Were there calls between Ms. Richins and her family that you obtained recordings of?
Can you clarify?
On about a weekly basis there for a while, were you downloading calls between Kouri Richins and her family?
Are you talking about jail calls?
Your Honor, move to strike and need to approach.
She doesn't understand what you're asking her. You're just talking about calls between her and her family. You need to be specific. I mean, what do you want the witness to do? Guess what calls you're talking about? Because she needs you to be specific. If she answers yes, because she thinks you're referring to the jail calls and that's not the case, or she thinks you're referring to some other set of calls and that's not the case, that's problematic. Stop playing with these people. Hold on a second. Allie's calling me, and she never does this. She knows I'm live, so hold on. Okay, that was actually an important phone call. Let me pause this before they get back into it. Allie called me to let me know that she's been talking in the chat for the last little bit, and she's come in on both accounts and can't be seen. So I'm thinking that there's a glitch in the matrix. It's happened to me in other chats as well. If you're commenting in the chat, a good way to check, okay, and you notice that I'm not responding, nobody in the chat is responding, a good way to check is to go from all comments to top comments. If you can't see your comments and top comments, there's a glitch. My suggestion would be to close out YouTube, refresh the app, make sure you've got it updated and whatnot, so that you're not so that we can make sure that you're getting seen, because I pay attention to my chat, the mods pay attention to the chat. So we don't ignore people. So if you notice that nobody's responding to you, there's a good chance there is a glitch. So just everybody take a moment to do that, okay? Because I didn't get to see Delena's comment. I missed it. So ever since YouTube had that issue, what was it, last week, where like hundreds of thousands of users couldn't access the app, and it was giving us an error message. Ever since then, YouTube has been very wonky. So they must be doing something. So just keep that in mind, because we don't be ignoring people over here at the ward. We have couth. We are not rude. All right, here we go.
At the time, there are legal issues that come up that I need to discuss with the attorneys at sidebar. This will happen throughout the course of the trial. There's no particular significance to any one of them. Second, please do not consider or speculate at any time during this case or during your deliberations about whether the defendant was or is in custody or was in custody at any time. That is not evidence of anything. You cannot consider that issue for any reason. Ms. Nister, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. There was a time where you downloaded home wave calls. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And those calls, when you would download them, you preserved those calls in the same way that you did all the other evidence, right?
Correct.
So it was kept in the evidence locker. No one could tamper with it or alter it.
Correct.
And some of those calls, there were transcripts made. Were you involved in the making of the transcripts of those calls?
No, I was not.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I'd like to go through with you kind of a timeline, I guess is the best word for it,
Okay.
of your activities on this case. And I'm not going to retread what Ms. Shervinack already covered with you. I'm going to try to talk about things that she didn't cover so we don't exhaust the jury, okay?
Okay.
So I want to talk first about the night of Mr. Richins' death when you arrived on the scene. When you arrived on the scene, you did mention there were already people present, is that right?
Correct.
When you were there, were they still conducting CPR or had they ceased their efforts to try to revive Mr. Richins?
They were not working on him, no.
Okay. So at that point, you knew this was going to be a death scene, right?
Correct.
Okay. And was there somebody on the scene that was giving you tasks to complete, or were you just using your best judgment on what you needed to do while you were there?
I was there to assist Detective Woody.
So Detective Woody was the individual that kind of told you what she needed from you at the scene.
Correct.
And when you first arrived, what was it that she said she needed your assistance with?
I don't recall her exact words, but to assist in documenting the bedroom.
Okay. And you did that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And one of the pictures that you took was admitted yesterday. Just a minute. For purposes of the family, this is going to be a photograph of Mr. Richins' body under the sheet in case they'd like to step out. Can we pull up Exhibit 1-7 that was admitted yesterday and publish it, please?
May we do it first?
I don't, oh yeah.
Any objection, Ms. Shervinack?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll publish that now. One moment. There you go.
Okay. And this is the picture that you testified yesterday that you took. Is that right? That morning?
Correct.
All right. Above the head of Mr. Richins, under the bed, there is a crumpled up sheet. Do you see that?
Yes.
And if you look directly above it to the mattress, this is one of those beds, I'm guessing it's one of those adjustable beds that's divided in the middle.
Yes.
But you can see that there is a sheet on the mattress that's the furthest to the bottom of the picture. And there's not a sheet on the mattress closest to the window. Is that right?
Correct.
And do you have an understanding of why there was no sheet on that mattress?
Yes.
What is your understanding of that?
My understanding was dispatch had instructed Kouri Richins to do CPR on Eric Richins and was then instructed to try to get him on a flatter surface for CPR. In order to do that, especially with a male, they're typically larger in weight, and so she instructed her to pull off the sheet in order to get him off the bed.
So in other words, you can't lift the body because it's literally dead weight, right?
Yes.
And so the idea is to undo the sheet from the bed and then pull him down to the ground where you could do CPR on a flat surface.
Correct.
And is that because, I mean, I don't even know if you know, is it not successful to do CPR if you're on a cushy surface because you go up and down, right?
Yeah, it's typically a little bit harder on the person.
Okay. All right. And is it your understanding that the sheet that's crumpled up under the mattress that has no sheet on it, that's the sheet that he was pulled to the ground on?
I believe so.
All right. And did you examine that sheet before it was put into evidence?
I don't recall how much I examined it, but I looked at it.
Do you still have that sheet in evidence?
Yes, we do.
Right. And is there any blood on that sheet?
I believe there was on this.
So if there was testimony here by EMTs that blood did not start coming out until after the EMTs were there, is it fair to assume that the sheet was under Mr. Richins when the EMTs were working on him?
Can you rephrase like the sheet
Well, let me
underneath
ask
him?
this way. Why did you feel that that was an important piece of evidence to gather and keep?
Because it was where he died on.
Perfect. That's what I needed.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. You can take that down, Katie. Thank you. You also, I believe, said that you photographed other areas of the bedroom, right?
Yes.
And one of the photographs that you took, I believe, was the photograph of the nightstand, which was exhibit 1-9. Can we please publish that to the jury? Exhibit 1-9. It was admitted yesterday, Your Honor. Oh, thank you. I gotta get a screen on this thing. Okay, and that's the picture that you took as well, right?
Correct.
Now, when you took that picture, there's a wallet on the nightstand.
Yes.
Do you know how that wallet got there?
I believe it was placed there. I don't recall who placed it. It was there when I arrived, but I was told that it was retrieved from the kitchen.
So, is it fair to say then that anything under that wallet that might have been residue on the nightstand could have been altered or changed by placing the wallet on the stand that night?
Not by just placing a wallet on top of an object.
Did you ever pick up the wallet and photograph what was underneath it?
Yes, we did.
You did pick up, and where's that photograph?
I believe OME Sessions documented that.
Okay. And did you open the drawers and photograph what was in the drawers of the nightstand?
I don't believe so, no.
Were you aware at that point that a hydrocodone bottle had been removed from one of the drawers?
I didn't know where it had come from, and it was taken with the decedent.
Okay. So you did not take the hydrocodone bottle into your custody?
No.
Did you open it and photograph the inside of it?
I believe that was OME Sessions.
Okay. So you can't testify whether there were pills in it or not at the time?
No, I cannot.
Did you ever recover that pill bottle back?
No, we did not.
Okay. I thought that was one of the pill bottles you introduced yesterday. Not?
No.
That was a different hydrocodone bottle?
Which hydrocodone bottle are you referring to?
So yesterday you introduced a packet, and you remember we came up and you were trying to untape the bottle and looked in one of them, but there was another pill bottle with that one. Where were those taken from?
Fits in that same packaging from the master bedroom, the master bathroom, like linen closet area.
Okay, so the hydrocodone bottle you introduced yesterday was found in the bathroom.
I'm going to object. That misstates the evidence.
Would you lay some more foundation, Ms. Nestor?
How do you know where it was found?
I was there that day, and it was found in the bathroom.
Okay.
And
So-
when you say it, for my benefit.
I need clarification.
Yeah.
It's not
Could
clear
we,
what-
I need
Okay.
I'm having pronoun trouble here.
Let's
Can you
do
be
this.
specific about which item you're referring to?
Let's make it really easy. Let's pull your package out, because you
How about let's also do this? How about you try not speaking over the judge, Miss Nestor? I think we'd all be appreciative of that, and particularly the poor court reporter who's having to type all this out.
still got them with you,
Yes,
right?
I do.
The Roots.
Okay. Let's pull out package number. Just a moment. shall find it.
Is it 9-1?
I'm looking. Yes. Okay, may I approach, Your Honor, just for a minute? I forgot. I don't have that.
Oh, really, Tess? Okay, I can't wait till we get there. I'm curious what that is. Tess said that something is up. They're stopping court for the day. Well, we'll get there, you guys. So I appreciate everybody hanging with me until we get there. Also, be on the lookout because I'm going to drop the link. I just got to go get it. Tonight on No Safe Spaces, that's a new channel. I'm going to be on there doing an introduction. You're going to hear all about what that channel is about and their goals and stuff like that. It'll be me, Allie, Grandma Sherry, I know,
Okay.
MJ,
So that was
Burden
my
of
bad.
Proof,
I got the
a
bottles
bunch of
mixed up.
hold
so
on
the
a
bottle
second.
you just looked.
A bunch of really great creators, and I want you guys to come and check that out. So let me go get that for you guys really quickly while I'm thinking about it, and we'll just keep going, and I'll just mute, not be a heathen. Here we go.
That was something called monocycline or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And that was a prescription for Ms. Richins.
correct.
Okay, so those were found in the bathroom,
Yes,
and that includes the quetiapine.
quetiapine. Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, and those were found in the bathroom.
correct.
And where was the quetiapine bottle found?
It was in one of the baskets that was in that linen closet in the master bathroom.
Okay. So what happened to the hydrocodone bottle that was sent with the body of the decedent?
It's under the medical examiner's office protocol to keep that until they're done.
So you don't have that bottle.
I do not know.
So all we have is a picture of that bottle.
Correct.
So it has never been taken for testing by you to anyone.
Correct.
So if there was fentanyl residue in that empty pill bottle from 2016, we won't know it because you never took it to be tested, right?
I was never given the bottle, no.
Okay. While you were there that day, you also did not take any photos of the kitchen, is that right?
Correct.
And you did not take any photos of the kitchen sink
Correct.
or what was in it?
Correct.
And you did not take into your custody any items that were in the kitchen sink, is that right?
Correct.
And you also did not take any pictures of the closet.
Correct.
And later, we've had pictures be introduced. When you did your Matterport walkthrough, we saw an image of a green jacket where the gummies were kind of sticking out of a pocket. That green jacket, you can't say whether that was there the day that you were there or not.
I cannot. And just to clarify, I did take, I think, 2 photos of the closet, just not that side of the closet.
Okay. So you took photos of, and I'm using this from my experience, but in my house, there's a woman's side of the closet, which is much bigger, and a very small man's side of the closet. Is that the way it was set up in Ms. Richins' house?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you also did not go inside the cabinet over the toilet when you were taking pictures of the bathroom and open the cabinet and see if there were gummies in there, did you?
I did not.
Okay. Also, there was a picture that has come in your Matterport where there was a little dot above the refrigerator where you said that some gummies in a clear plastic bag were found, right?
Correct.
And you didn't go above the kitchen and open that cabinet and take any pictures that morning?
No, I did not. You're referring to the morning of the death.
Correct.
Correct.
Thank you for helping me be specific. I'll try to keep my dates straight. So, since you were personally the one who knows where every single thing was found, isn't it true that all the gummies, with the exception of the gummies that were found in the jacket in the closet, were all stored high up where children would not be able to reach them?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. Just 1 second. I think we're going to move to another day. Oh, you mentioned when you were describing paraphernalia, that you did not see any paraphernalia that day. Is that right?
The day of the death?
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better.
You're fine.
The day
You're
of
good.
the death.
Correct.
And you mentioned paraphernalia is things that we might be familiar with, which would be like bongs or vape pens or scales or little baggies you would put drugs in or something like that, right?
Correct.
Things that would store drugs.
Correct.
Is it possible that if someone had, in your experience, when you've been to scenes, have you experienced where people put pills in different bottles than what the bottle actually says they are when they're illicit drugs?
Are you talking about like prescription bottles? Yes.
So if you saw an empty prescription bottle near the body that had expired 6 years before, could that possibly be paraphernalia? If it was used to store illicit drugs?
If it was used to store illicit drugs, it could be considered.
Okay, thank you. You also, that day of the death, you did not go upstairs at all, correct?
Correct.
You also did not go downstairs.
Correct.
Since then, you've walked through, viewed, videoed, measured this whole entire house. You're aware now that there's a kitchen downstairs, right?
Correct.
And are you also aware that there was liquor stored downstairs?
I was not.
Did you notice in all these tours that you did and videos that there was an actual beer fridge downstairs filled with beer?
On the day of the Matterport, or which day we were?
Any day you were there.
I don't recall.
Did you notice there was liquor bottles in the cabinet in the kitchen downstairs?
I believe there were some. I'm not sure about how many, though.
Did you ever photograph any of those?
If I did, it would have been in my overall photographs.
Also, the day of the death when you were taking photographs, did you photograph anything in the kitchen trash?
No, I didn't photograph the kitchen.
All right. Did you notice anything set around the kitchen? For example, cut up limes or drink mixes or anything on the counter? Did you notice any of that?
I didn't enter the kitchen.
Never even went in it?
No.
Thank you for clarifying that. Then I won't waste my time with more questions about the kitchen. Okay. So let's move now to the next time that you were in that house, which my understanding would have been April the 13th of 2022. Is that right?
Correct.
And what was the reason you were there?
We were there to serve a search warrant.
And this is going to seem like a silly question, but I need to make the record. So when you all execute a warrant of a home, do you tell the people in advance, hey, FYI, we're going to be at your house at 9 and we're going to be searching everything you own? Do you do that?
I don't.
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's important for searches to be done well and done professionally that the person not know they're coming, right?
Correct.
And you guys actually take pretty extreme steps to make sure the person's not tipped off that you're about to search their entire house, right?
Correct, but just to clarify, I am not law enforcement officer. I'm not sworn, so that's up to the detectives.
I appreciate you making that distinction. I will not suggest otherwise. But you are certainly a critical part of the search process, right?
Correct.
And why is that?
I'm there to document everything and photograph, collect anything of importance.
So really, I mean, you're like the hub of the whole search, right? Like everything's coming to you that they find in that house.
Correct.
All right. So I know you're not a sworn officer, maybe you don't carry a gun, but you sure are important to the search process, right?
Correct.
Okay. So knowing that and knowing your role, you would never tip someone off that you were coming to search through all their personal belongings, would you?
No.
And is there any reason that you all believed that Ms. Richins knew in advance you guys were coming to her house? Objection. Calls for speculation.
Well, let's find out if she has any knowledge,
Right.
and then we'll know whether or not it's speculation.
I would just ask like a more precise question. I think, and I'm not picking on Ms. Nestor, but I think it was you all, and I think we just need a little more.
Can we just limit the
Detail.
question to
Yes.
Ms. Gibson?
It's a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Y'all is just in my
Okay.
I'm
my
not
blood.
picking on her. I just wanted to be clear.
I will try not to say
Would you
y'all.
restate the question and limit it to this witness?
I am happy to.
Thank you.
I will try to keep y'all out of my vocab, but it's hard. It's deep in there. Did you have any reason to know that Ms. Richins either suspected there was a search coming or knew there was a search coming?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So what steps did you, not y'all, what step did you take to prepare to go to that house that morning on the 13th?
I just made sure I had enough equipment to bring to the home, whether it be packaging, tape, property seizure forms, stuff like that.
Was there a debriefing prior where all the officers and you talked about how you were going to approach the home, how you were going to approach Ms. Richins, what the plan was once you got there?
I believe there was a briefing beforehand, yes.
Did you attend that briefing?
I don't recall, but I believe I was in there for part of it.
Okay. And how many officers were planning on being at that search, to your recollection?
I couldn't put a number on it. I'm not sure.
Rough estimate of how many people were in that debrief?
I'd say at least 5.
Okay. And when you all got to the scene, did you drive your own vehicle?
No, I drove a evidence van.
And how many police cars do you remember being at the scene that morning or throughout that day?
I don't recall. I'd say at least a couple.
When you arrived on the scene, was Ms. Richins in the home?
I don't believe so, no.
Did she at some point return to the home, or were you not even involved in that process?
I don't believe I was involved in that process.
So you never even saw her that day?
I don't believe so.
At any point were you asked to go check on the items that were in her vehicle when she was stopped that day?
No.
So you don't know what was in her truck the day that she was pulled over?
No.
And no one ever asked you to like say, hey, these items were in the truck where she was removed from during our search?
I don't believe it. So, and just to clarify, you're referring to the April 13th?
Yes, all these questions are the 13th until I switch, okay? So no one asked you to inventory any of the items in her personal vehicle?
No.
Did the search warrant cover the vehicles in the house?
I believe there were 2 vehicles inside the garages that were included. I'm unaware. I wasn't part of that part of the search during her stop, so I'm unaware.
Okay. Do you remember the weather that day?
It was winter. It was cold.
It was really cold, right?
Yeah.
Snow on the ground. Remember when we used to have snow in Park City?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. How long were you at the house that day? The 13th?
Believe we were there for about a half day. We were there for several hours.
Was there also a member there at the home on that day from the U.S. Postal Service that you can recall?
Yes.
What's his name?
Believe it's Smoot.
Right. Agent Smoot. Why was Agent Smoot there? What was your understanding of his role at the search?
My understanding was pursuant to the search warrant, they were looking for anything that could have been mailed to the house that would have contained drugs or paraphernalia.
Right. And Mr. Smoot works for the Postal Service, so he would be looking for things that were mailed, right?
Correct.
Like illegal drugs?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, did he ever give you any that day to check into evidence, anything that was an illegal drug or a postage that looked like it was connected to illegal drugs?
Not that I ever recall.
All right. Was it your understanding? You okay?
I just need some napkins. Sorry.
Oh.
Ms. Nestor, I have a scheduling conflict at 9:30. Is this an appropriate place to pause?
Sure is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
All right,
call
so
for the
this is-
attorneys. I have an unavoidable scheduling
This is where they go for the unavoidable scheduling conflict. Break. Let's see. All right, I just want to hear what the judge says. and then I'll let you guys go for the day. Also, before I let you guys go, I just want you to know that Allie, if you're still in here, Allie, help a girl out, or can one of the mods do it? Pretty please. Allie's going to be live on Real Talk with Alex at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. If somebody could pretty please drop the link to her second channel, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So let's see what's happening here. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Why are we muted? So now, we have any lip readers? Because I can't see.
Of the day. We will have you come back tomorrow morning, ready to go at 8:30 a.m.
Something about
Between
no
now and then,
choice.
Same instructions. Please do not speak about this case with
Hold
anyone.
on, let me
Please do not allow anyone to speak about the case to you. Please do not read, listen to, or watch any reports about this case from any source. You just have to affirmatively avoid those things. Please don't do any searches on the internet about this case at all. Thank you for your patience. Please travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Please rise for the jury.
I think it might be something with the judge test because he took his glasses off, and when addressing, he looks like he might not feel well. So if it's 2 p.m.
Ms. Gibson, may I have a brief conversation with you? You don't need the bin. You can leave that there.
If it's 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, I'm going to say it's 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on a second.
There for a moment if you want. Mr. Palmer will watch over it for you. You can just step to the podium for a moment.
They are,
apologize for this
Violet.
delay. Can you be here ready to go at 8:30 tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that you are still, in effect, under oath and on the stand, so you cannot confer with anybody about your testimony?
Yes.
All right. Can you follow that instruction?
Yes.
Very good. I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to go at 8:30.
Okay.
You'll be taking that bin with you, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else on the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. The court is in recess. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I cannot. I could not make out what he said. I wish that we could. Something's come up that he has no control over. It. That's all that I could.
We will have
Could
you
make
come back
out.
tomorrow morning.
So hold on. Let me take this. Let me close this. Let me take the text off because that's going to drive me nuts seeing that. All right. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Let me see if I can try to find out. We don't know, Delana. We don't know why they stopped. Hold on a second. Let me see if Google knows. All right. Oh, I don't know how to spell, apparently. All right, hold on a second. Okay, so this is according to Vinnie Politan, his personal group on Facebook. All right. So Vinnie wrote, somebody in Vinnie's group wrote, "What just happened? Court was just adjourned very suddenly in the Kouri Richins case." And so basically, somebody responded and said judge had paused for about an hour for a meeting. Judge came back. His meeting seemed to require more time. So he adjourned for the day. So let me see. Yeah, there's something else, I think the judge just needed more time for the meeting. Oh, okay. So Allie's live is going to be 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 11 Pacific. Thank you, Jennifer, who reminded me that there's 3 hours between the two coasts. My bad. So, all right, you guys. Hang on a second, and it's called No Safe Takes Network. I'm going to put the link in chat again. I actually should be able to put it here. Here's the live for tonight. I should be able to do that. Hold on, let me see. It's the last thing I copied. So there you go. There is the link to the live that we're going to be on tonight at 6 Central. Okay, well, let's just start it from the East Coast. 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. All right. It's supposed to be tonight, I thought. Let me just go and make sure. Maybe it got changed. Hold on. The last that I was updated, it was tonight. Let me just go make sure. Let me just go and check. It says 6/26, and today is the 25th. So just go set your notification on, and I'll go check the Discord. No. I get that, Tess. The link says tomorrow. So yeah, that's an excellent question. I understood that it was supposed to be today. It's possible that when you go to schedule something on YouTube, and it depends on and StreamYard, a lot of times StreamYard will make it for the next day when you actually mean it for the 2 day. So that might have been it. Let me just go and check. Either way, I'm going to share it on my community tab. So if you go over there and you set your notification, you ask to be notified, it will, if it is meant to be tonight, whenever we go live, you'll get your notification. All right. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you all so very much for being here. If you have not done so already, please do me a favor. Give your girl a thumbs up on the stream. I would appreciate it tremendously. And I will see you guys either I'll be over in Allie's. So I'll definitely see you over at Allie's in a little bit. I will see you either tonight or tomorrow night, but I'll definitely see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for day 4. All right. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Hold on, let me take this off. All right. Bye, you guys. Thanks for being